Well, I have done it. I've reached the new world, and there's going to be 3 things that pretty much come with this, but all I had to do to get here was beat Chapter 80, go and complete the tower, and then get myself to Hero Legacy for my talents. But most of my way through these chapters, I was using my best S gear that I had possible, and I thought once I got up to this point, I was going to need to have all red mythic S grade gear, but that wasn't the case at all. Honestly, the biggest game changer for me was having that mythic nomad bow. Once I got up to around, say, chapter 60 and grabbed this thing, it was a world of difference. This thing really is strong and OP, and once you start building around it and kind of know how it works, it's absolutely insane of how great it is. But as you get further into the chapters, you realize it's not so much about needing all the attack, it's more about trying to make it to round 28 or round 29 and then finally defeating the enemy that way. Because enemies hit so hard, you're more relying on having a large amount of health and how to prevent yourself from getting hit. So if you saw the poison video I made, which was all about chapter 72 and how I conquered that, I wasn't even really using any S grade besides the Dragon Breath armor. A lot of it was just working on getting freezes and pumping my actual levels into my accessories. But once I reached 77, that wasn't the case, and I had to more focus on my S grades there and put my levels in those, and then I found that I was getting to round 30 and never defeating the enemy, leading to a defeat. And that's where I found the Skyflame ring really came in handy, and the fact that after round 4, we're doing 1.5% of the max HP of the enemy, so that really did kind of dwindle away about a third of their health. Having that Immortal plus Elsa definitely helped, but as far as my build and my pets, they're only at 5 stats on it, so I'm not really rocking anything crazy. Yes, we have the reductions, and then once I go and cap that, which is 75% for both basic and the skill up to chapter 80 there, and that's one of the big things that's going to happen is once you go and creep into chapter 81, this is where that damage reduction starts raising on you. Now that will be a gradual thing up to about chapter 105, 106, and that's now going to be a cap of about 125 to 130%. It's not like you're going to get hit by a wall right when you go and move into chapter 81. However, though, I did only last 8 days in it and then immediately died, so I got some work to do. But once you do beat chapter 80, you'll now see your new world icon up there. It has a little red exclamation next to it. Once you collect your gems and gem chests and head over back to your chapter screen, where the start button usually is, you'll see new world. And clicking on that just takes you to another chapter screen, and now you could go and start chapter 81. So what's the big benefit of getting this here? Well, number one, if you're one of the first people like I am, you will get one of these actual titles inside game, which now gets displayed anytime you talk in chat or is just even on your player profile. The reason I'm excited for it is up to this point, chapter packs have slowly increased in value, but once you get to chapter 80, then we now have the option to buy one with books in it, the Book of Bones, for only $50. That also comes with 5 elite contracts there, and as far as the actual legacies I have unlocked, I only have 3 of the 4 unlocked, so not really too far into the legacies, but this is a nice thing to go and just kind of give you a jump start. Yeah, it will only be a one-time thing, but what happens a lot of times in these Habby games as time goes by, they go and say, you know what, we're going to reset all the chapter packs, everything inside the game, so you can go and purchase something again. Which, by the way, when I did beat chapter 80, I got hit with the whole Fearless pack, which we see every 5 levels for $100. Nothing changed on that, still same old, but you have an hour to buy these things. So besides that, there's nothing too crazy about reaching that point. Yeah, it's going to just be another wall of needing more power inside the game, but I'm happy I got here and at least was able to show you what it's all about. But if you guys are getting ready for the Cappy machine and you're wondering if you should be grabbing this Sphinx, take a look at this video right here. Thanks for watching, and remember, I pick my butt.